Hi everyone, this is Dami. Welcome back to Genify. Today I'm going to show you what a contact profile looks like in Genify. So here I am on the contact page and I can scroll. So let's click on Sarah Peters right here. So from the contacts page here, you can see the name, you can see the company, and you can see the tags. And on here, you can have multiple tags that would show up right here. So here is what the contacts page looks like. You have the picture of Sarah Peters. By default, we have the avatar in there, but you can change that by just clicking on it. You can take a selfie with a person, or you can upload the photo of them from your phone or even your computer. So a few things you can see here is the name, the company they work for, and there is a drop down right here. This drop down here is the status of this relationship. So right now it's currently set to lead. I can click on that and you have option. You can change this to prospecting, or if it's action required, you can change to follow-up needed, waiting on reply, and then there's one dedicated for like sales folks. But if this is just a relationship that you're managing, let's click on relationship. Hey, I just met this person, keep in touch or reconnecting. But the best thing is, because all of this might not mean anything to people, so you have custom status here where you can just say, okay, this is a friend, and you just want to keep it like that. So you have all of this option here. And at the top here, you have one click. With just one click, you can call and dial this person's phone number. So I click on there, boom. I can click open with, and it's going to call them right away. We can do the same with message. We also have WhatsApp in here, and you can also do the same with email. Right now, I don't have an email for this person in my contacts. That's why it's grayed out. And then the next thing that we have is draft message. This is the AI feature in here. Draft, I can't talk about it right now, but this is one of the most powerful tools that we have built in Genify, right? Because once I click that, there's just so much about draft. It's going to draft a message intelligently based on the context, based on the note, based on maybe status, based on the task I have in my list, right? Or for this contact. So draft message is right there. So, and then the next thing we can see here is the task that I've set. Right now, we only have one. I can add more, and I can choose to complete a task just by swiping, right. That's one way to do it. You can also do it by clicking on the task and also just mark as complete right here. I'll do more detailed video on task itself. So moving downwards, you can see the notes. You can add multiple notes, which also carries the timestamp as well. So this way you can keep track of conversation. I just click done. And as you can see the date, this is July 22nd, and I'm recording this at 3:26 in the morning. I should be sleeping, but why sleep when there's work to be done? Right. So moving on, tags, realtor, maybe Keller Williams. So tag is basically your own way of organizing your contacts. And then here's the cool thing here. If you're using Genify for business and all that, right? Here's what we've done. We have company details. This is done for you by the AI. You don't have to type all of this in. Because of the company details, because of the company information that we have, we're able to enrich this data with company information. And as you can see to the right, you can see the AI peel or the AI small tag right there. That's to show you that, it's AI that generated this. However, you can override these changes. So, but before we do that, let's see company size, headquarters, product or services, industry, the recent news about this company, what challenges this company is facing, what are their goals, the decision maker in the company, the current solution that they offer, what is the revenue, and also financial news about this company. This is key insights for anyone who needs all this information, whether you're a salesperson or you just would like to know more about the prospect or about the person that you just met. So we can always click edit. And here, I'm just going to change something real estate to real just house. Let's just do that and save. So now I can click more. As you can see, the AI tag is gone. It's no longer there. So that way you can override what the AI, has done, right? Just in case it's not correct, because this is based on public information, right? Or just maybe it's been updated and the AI model hasn't updated that yet. So you have the option to do that here. Okay, let's move on. I can show less because I don't want it to take too much space. Now, this is another part of that we've added to Genify. It's called the AI Insights. So this is basically doing research for you on Sarah Peters. Who is Sarah Peters, right? So what is showing us here is a summary of who Sarah Peters is, recent win, current focus, an icebreaker, something that you can use to start up a conversation with Sarah. And then we also have intelligence. What this means is Genify is able to show you any news out there about maybe Sarah Peters and the company. This doesn't also have to be a company. This can be someone out there, maybe as an artist. It's just pulling information from the web about this person, so you are aware of. If maybe a company just raised money, you will get it right away from Genify as well. So, and here are your contact details. This list can go on and on, but right now we just have just the phone number. You can also add different social links here. Maybe I can add a link for LinkedIn. See, you have different options here: YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and all that. And sometimes Genify would generate this for you, especially with a LinkedIn or Instagram by default when you create the contact. And one of the good thing we have here is the timeline. This helps you keep track of when you created the contact to everything you've done on Genify on that contact. As you can see here, this contact was created May 24th. I've added notes today. These are the changes I made while I'm doing this demo. So everything is also stored in here. Another thing I just want to mention is how you can edit a contact. So I can put in the job title here, maybe real estate agent. Email goes in here, website goes in here, the address of this person, even their birthday. You can also add that information in here as well. So that is that on the contact profile out of view. Now, just one more thing I want to show you is if I click on the ellipses, which is the 3 dots icon there at the top, few things that I can do here. We have a feature where you can add people to a VIP list. This just helps you to, it's almost like a favorite contact, so I can easily access them, and I'll show you how to access that later. So you can invite them to Genify because you use Genify and you love Genify. You can also set a reminder. What is this reminder? Man, I want to keep this relationship fresh. So let me reach out to Sarah Peters maybe every 3 months. That is done. A task has already been set for that reconnect, reach out to Sarah every 3 months. So you can't miss that, and you would also get a notification. So I can share this contact with someone and I can save this directly to my phone. All right, so I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much. Bye.